Welcome to Dance Party, AI Edition. This game expands on topics taught in the original Dance Party activity from code.org by introducing AI. It is great for all ages and provides an introductory experience with coding, AI, and computer science. The lessons have been designed for learners of all ages, but does require reading. It also requires sound as the tool was built to respond to music, so make sure your students have headphones. Each level has an introductory video in English to introduce students to the new coding skill that they will be learning. Upon completion of this activity, students will be able to develop programs that respond to timed events, develop programs that respond to user input, and be able to create AI-generated backgrounds. Coding with Dance Party is taught through block coding. While block coding is not a coding language, it provides students an introductory level of coding with each type of block representing a different function. Students will be using blocks of code and AI to choose their background, different dancers, change their dance moves, and make them respond to music, and make them interactive. As students first begin Dance Party, they will see an introductory video. Upon completion of watching the introductory video, students will X out of the video at the top right of the screen. Then, students will choose from the drop-down menu to select their age. They will choose their age and then click OK. As students complete a puzzle or a level, they will click Continue. They will be prompted with another instructional video to watch to explain the next set of code that they will be working with. Students are able to skip the videos by clicking the X. We suggest to make sure that students watch the video first before exiting it out and starting the next level. If a student does skip a video, they can always go to the bottom left-hand corner of the screen to access the video again to watch to know instructions for this level. A few areas to point out about the layout of Dance Party is that on this right side of the screen is where students will drag their blocks to create the code. The left side of the screen is where students will be able to run their code to see if it works. And the top part of the screen is where students can listen or read the instructions of how to complete this level of Dance Party. Students also have the option to listen to the instructions at the top of the screen. They can click the play button for it to start reading it in English. They also have the option to have it translated and read out loud in another language. Students will click the book icon, and the same text will appear larger on the screen. They'll click the book icon again. They'll choose the language from the drop-down menu. And if you're using Spanish, it's more towards the bottom. And they can choose by word or document. I would say by document. And then they can click play to listen to the instructions in Spanish, or whichever preferred language they are looking for. Then they just click this back arrow to get back to the Dance Party coding and get started. If a student makes a mistake and wants to delete a line of code, they simply have to just grab the line of code and drop it to where the blocks tab is. You'll see the trash can open up and they let go, and that code is off in their workspace. As students progress, they'll have more lines of code. Students need to make sure that they start with an event code to tell the computer what it needs to start with. So for example, this one says when I press up, something happens, or after 4 measures, something happens. So I'm going to say after 4 measures, I'm going to make 10 new sloths in a circle. I'll do them to the left once. Then I'll click run. And you can see the sloths. You will notice if I don't have the green events block on part of my workspace, this is a faded color. It does not turn to its normal color until I add that event block and connect them. As students progress through each level, you'll see at the very top of the screen, each level they've completed is in green. Levels they have to go are still in white, until they get to 10, which is their final product. If students get stuck, they can also click the light bulb next to the cat's head. This will give them hints to what to do next. It will ask, do you want a hint? They click yes. It will give them a hint. Now you see this number went to 1. That means there's one more hint that I can use to help me get started. Once students make it to level 10, they will get a chance to design their final project. They have all of their blocks sorted by words on the side. They can click and drag them into the workspace and create as many different functions they want with their dance party. They can test it by clicking run. And then when they are done, they can click finish. This will give students the option to share their project with others. If you would like, you can have students copy their project link and put it within their LMS. So Google Classroom for some classrooms, Seesaw, Schoology, whatever platform you're using for students to share work digitally. And they can click finish. Students' final project will look something like this once they share it within your LMS. And now students have created their dance party.